In this video, it is a first for Hubnut. We're going on a collection caper, not with a train. We can do 2-car collection capers now. So we are heading to Caerphilly to introduce a new car to the fleet. What we're really after is a family car, something sensible, daily transport.
What do you think of the chances that this car is those things, people?
Yeah, this one may be influenced by a recent road test, but enough talking, we need to get going. So
absolutely.
Let's get going. So yeah, this changes things dramatically. We can, I don't have to do public transport, which is a huge saving because, well, for a start, it's a Sunday, so there are no buses, so I can't actually get to the train station today. If I can, it's an hour on the bus and then about a 45-minute wait for a train. Plus
also the unreliability of that train line.
Yeah, I've always been pretty lucky with the Cambrian line. I've only had one cancellation, and that was the start of the mighty Dacia mission, which
crikey.
terrifyingly was almost 6 years ago. 6 years, good grief. And yeah, well, I had to have a hasty drive up to Mach to jump on the train there instead. I think there probably was a rail replacement bus, but I don't like to trust these things. So that's the only time it's let me down. You've had plenty of horrors on that line.
I've had loads of horrors on that line.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, once to the point that actually didn't come on that line. That's the first time you had the hublets in the car. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm at Bristol. I'm not getting on the Aberystwyth train.
No.
So will you come and get us from Carmarthen? And you kindly said yes.
Yes.
And then you were terrified.
I was terrified. These little children things, I didn't know what to do with them. But I think I've learnt a few tricks over the intervening years. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. So we've got to drive to Carmarthen today. Then we get the A48. That'll take us to the M4 motorway, and then off to Caerphilly, which is near Cardiff.
Yes.
So Glamorgan, I think, is the county.
And I realise I've got family Caerphilly way, and I'm sorry guys, I didn't quite realise that we were going this way, otherwise I would have come and said hello.
Another time.
Yes.
So what we know about this car is it passed an MOT in September, returned home, and then got parked up, hasn't been used since. The battery is dead, so we got various jumping devices. I've got my top-down jump pack, I've got my jump leads. We've also nicked the battery off Ellie the 2CV because we think that should fit.
Also on researching, we've realised that they can develop alternator issues if they're sapped, haven't they?
Yeah, so there's a clue. I don't know why we're giving clues, you probably already know, but...
How do they already know?
Well, I don't know what I've done with the thumbnail yet, do I? Do we keep it secret?
You're going to do one of those blurry ones.
Yeah, maybe I will. So, yeah, there's some clues for you. We'll leave it there, and flip the camera. We shall continue down the road. We have to do 30 here, folks, and it gets worse. We don't have to do 20.
It's not worse. I'm all right with the old 20 malarkey.
But we can have a quick chat about poor Shemington, because she's now on 140,000 miles.
140, nearly 300 as well.
Yeah. So she's been a very, very busy little car.
She has been a very, very busy little car, and she has been absolutely exemplary in the way that she's dealt with it all, bearing in mind that she hasn't been a long-distance vehicle. No. I mean, this is a car that's sat unused for a year. And I'm just going to bring the camera back so I'm not in your way. Oh, cue. Little Miss Hubnut will be doing that junction on her next lesson. She's
Little Miss Hubnut, the reason we've still got the extra mirror here, because by Jove, mate, I don't know how anyone can have someone driving a car if they haven't got one of those mirrors.
You shouldn't be. The expectation for if you're taking your own car to the test is that.
Well, not even for the test. I mean, just for lessons, you see people.
No, I know, but
as the instructor, effectively, you need to know what's going on. And frankly, if I'm travelling in another car, I miss this now. But anyway, this is more waffle. Shemmy.
Yeah, she's been absolutely fantastic. Yes, I know you're probably thinking put forth, but she won't quite do it on this hill.
It's a big hill, folks.
Trust me.
Topography probably isn't coming across on camera.
No. She's been good as gold, but we are having some more discussions because I feel like we've probably bedded the engine in at this point. She's probably done about 5,000 on the new engine.
Still likes a glug of oil quite regularly, but it's running quite well.
But also, I feel that we should do a proper engine check to see where we're at with things in her engine, because she has developed a slight gearbox rattle, which someone says is not anything to worry about.
I think that's just normal. When you're in neutral, and you're sitting, it can be a bit chugga sometimes, but I don't think there's anything to worry about. We'll check the oil level, obviously.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Stay there,
Stay there, Mr. Tractor. Stay there.
And obviously the steering rack scenario is still ongoing.
Yeah, we do need to replace that.
We do need to do that. It is starting to get a little bit more clunky. So yeah, she is fantastic, but she probably does need a little bit of love and a little bit of a break.
Yeah, so maybe the new vehicle would help it up, maybe
I was
not.
just going to say that. Maybe.
You're trying to catch this cube up, aren't
I
you?
am not trying to catch the cube. I just think...
Trying to catch anything up in a 1 litre Daihatsu in Wales is challenging, but...
but it is Sunday and it is chapel time, so...
Oh, it's just gone around the corner. Oh my gosh, the stabilisation on this camera is insane. I've zoomed in quite a lot. It keeps on hiding around the corners. We're on 6.7 times zoom.
Gooey.
There it is. That's 20 times zoom, people. Just to check out the asymmetric rear window of the 2nd gen Nissan Cube. Wonderful things.
There is such a joy in the fact that left-hand drive and right-hand drive have alternating windows.
Yeah. Oh, Daihatsu!
Oh, hello! Hey, we've seen that one.
We have seen that one.
We keep seeing that one.
Yeah.
I tell you what, guys, Daihatsus, I know I'm biased, but
a little bit.
Money is going up ridiculously at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a Miss Daisy style Sirion at £2,200 on eBay at the
I
moment.
suspect... I was going to say ULEZ, but actually we know Miss Daisy was not...
That's why she had to
ULEZ.
leave.
Yeah. So
But,
that can't be the reason.
yeah, and Chemis, they're going from about £1,200 up to about £2,000. I'm like, what? What on earth?
Anyway, we're going to carry on with our journey and stop teasing you. So we shall join you again. Yellow car punch, can't punch a driver, drat.
No,
we shall join you later in the trip. Hello, Popty Kate. Best place for cakes. Thank you. Well, here we go then. We think we are in the right area. We've just seen an Australian Ford Capri rotting on the driveway, which is a bit sad. Where are we numbers? We're a bit low on numbers here. I see a Smart.
You just gave it away.
Oh.
I see
there
a
it is.
car.
There is the car. What could the car be?
I can't imagine.
Oh, this is going to drive us 100 miles home, is it?
No, it's not driving us, dear. No. I've got a car. This car's driving you home.
Okay. Right, boost the pack. Key goes in here. Oh, that's good. We got some noises.
Right, the key is saying it's locked. The car's locked.
Okay, so let's undo that and we'll just press unlock.
Right. Neutral.
It's in neutral, that's encouraging. Interesting. That sounds like not quite enough power, doesn't it?
Mm.
Let's hit the
That's
boost.
more I've had out of the bigger battery. I don't know if there's too much power going into
Yeah.
it or not, I don't know.
Right, I've got jump leads if it comes to it.
I
And
got jump keys as well.
second battery as well if needed. Oh, it probably needs unlocking again. Yeah, that is not enough power. Okay, plan B. Right, we've got a second battery in. I've actually stolen this battery from my 2CV. We've got some light on the dashboard. Still not working. Which leads me to think we may have a seized alternator. Right, so situation, we're pumping up this front tyre, this one's flat, all the others seem okay. The alternator I think has seized and that's why the engine's not turning over, but you can't get at anything from above. The access has to be through here, so we're going to have to jack the car up, get this wheel off and see if we can get some access to the alternator. They sometimes free off, we are really hoping it frees off. But if nothing else, if we get the belt off, we can see if the engine will start. Well, this is going well. We've even been to Halfords to try and buy more tools, but no joy. We have given up and cut off the alternator belt, which means getting home is not happening today. But the alternator, which is up there, absolutely seized. Getting it out, you kind of have to drop the engine and remove engine mounts. This is getting way beyond what we're actually capable of today. But the engine now seems to turn. So moment of truth time. Gonna press the unlock and we'll see if she starts. Showing neutral. Almost. I would say that isn't entirely happy, dear.
Some interesting sound effects.
Yeah. That still doesn't really want to go. There we go. That's probably the first time this has run since September. Now I think the alternator belt also does the water pump, so we can't drive anywhere now. But nonetheless, we have proof of concept. We actually have a running Smart for the first time today. So that's something, I guess. There you go, aircon pulley, the compressor's not kicking in. That sounds good.
That sounds good.
Does sound good. So we've proved she actually runs. We've got a warning light for some reason. It's almost as if the alternator's been removed or something. But yeah, we are stuffed for the time being, dear. Bother. Well, we've managed to push it around a bit, but unfortunately still fighting us. The starter motor now doesn't sound very happy, perhaps because it's been waging a war against the seized alternator. So we're going to have to regroup, possibly spares, possibly more tools, and yeah, if we're going to drive this home, we're going to have to do some serious fixing. No, we decided that was a very bad idea. So we got it transported. A very nice chap called David has just bought the Smart car up to the unit where it can join the other hopeless wrecks that make up the Hubnut fleet. Lighting is currently being provided by Ellie the 2CV. Giselle is at home working absolutely fine, but let's get this unloaded and I can show you a bit more about what I've actually acquired. Well then, what exactly have we got here? Well, it is a Smart Fortwo Cabriolet from 2006, so it's the same age as Chemie the Charade, and being a cabrio, it's got the full fold back roof, and it's got this bit at the back that doesn't quite attach properly, which is probably why the back end, I don't know if you saw, it's quite full of water. We've got a number plate light that I think someone probably broke trying to make it work for the MOT. It's fine. And we got the old classic seized alternator, so that is very much a thing on these. We'll have a look inside, and because you know, I haven't really had a chance to assess it myself yet. It looks like we've got a bit of hinge dropping going on there. I wouldn't say it's the most loved car, and needs a good clean out. Miss Hubnut will like to do that, I imagine. Oh, I can't use my torch while I'm in the ultra wide mode, I'm afraid. Some of the mankiness that was on the steering wheel seems to have abated somewhat, but I forget what the mileage is, about 64,000 I think it was. We did see that briefly at one point yesterday. The old semi-automatic transmission with a key down here, just like the Crossblade I drove recently. The Crossblade is probably a large reason why I have one of these. This is what the dash vents look like, by the way, but you don't get on the Crossblade because obviously they would just fill up with water. A nice touch. Still get a massive T-shelf though, but we've got the hazard light switches up here on top, where it wouldn't be a good place to have it in the Crossblade, it would just die. So they moved it down here where we've got just a little courtesy light, I think. Little CD player, we've got air conditioning, which is more of a pain for the work we need to do, and we've got no battery down there at all at the moment. These interiors are so boring. The early Smarts had beautiful colourful interiors. These later ones were just black boring nastiness. I wonder if it's possible to retrofit some colour. That would be most welcome. But yeah, no idea if the roof works. We haven't tried that yet. The door, like I say, probably needs a striker adjusting. I think there's a bit of hinge drop going on. But just look at it. I have always wanted a Smart. To think, poor Myrtle here, when she was brand new, I was often driving her to the Smart dealerships in Birmingham. Don't think we ever went to this one though. That's right in the centre of Birmingham. To drive these, I drove several of them. As soon as they came into the country, when there was still left-hand drive, I drove them. I drove them right-hand drive. I drove roadsters. I was just convinced I need one of these, but could never quite bring myself to make the financial commitment. So as for how soon the work will take place, I've absolutely no idea whatsoever. We still want to get Myrtle on the road. There's still the Pajero Junior. Remember that? Yeah, it's still at Whiteland. They're hoping to be working on that next week. So hopefully we'll have some Pajero progress soon. We've got jobs to do on the Fairmont. That needs new rear shockers fitting. But yeah, I am quite pleased to be able to say I am a Smart owner. So if you are a Smarty and you own Smarts, you got tips, please let me know down in the comments. I especially would be interested. Where's the best place to get an alternator from? And what do I do about the starter motor? That now seems to be dead as well. Is that equally inaccessible? Any tips on how to get into that ridiculously tiny engine bay and do stuff would be very much appreciated. But I think there's a lot of positivity here. This car actually cost me nothing. It was given to me as a working car. It works-ish, a bit hubnut-ish in that description. But nonetheless, it's been saved from scrap. We've got it here. It has MOT. We just need to sort out that alternator, and then hopefully we can actually take it for a drive. Be nice, wouldn't it? Actually see what it's like. Really looking forward to that, so stay tuned for a future video. But until then, thank you for watching. Don't forget you can buy lovely merchandise, including these lovely warm beanie hats at the Hubnut store. Head to hubnut.org, and why not think about channel memberships? That is something we offer. Look for the membership tab on my homepage, and yeah, if you're a channel member or a patron, we do weekly little 2-minute videos for you to enjoy. Just give you a hint of what's coming up. But yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye. There you go. It was missing from the Smart Crossblade video, but we still have a Pachoo.